no, hold up. All right, but anyway, we got Donald on here. How you doing, Donald?
Doing good, bro. How's it going?
Doing good, man. I just got back from an event, so I'm ready, man. I'm hyped.
That what that was, nigga. Nobody had. Nobody.
Hey, look, man, look. These cookies are addicting, okay? Shout out to Michaela. These cookies are addicting, okay? That's all. I go for the cookies and the food.
The cooking and food.
Yeah, yeah.
Somebody so ugly. Hey, yeah, kind of up your camera a little bit.
I just
Well,
do it like that.
do it that way. Yeah, yeah, yeah. There you go.
All right, all right. Now,
But before we get started, bro,
I can't look up nothing right now. I'm on my phone, so you trying to have me look up something.
nobody ain't tell you look up nothing.
Oh, okay. All right,
No,
stopping you before you get there. All right, go ahead.
I just want you to see what be going on, man. Dang. Nah. I was gonna say, bro, like I wanted before we get started, I want us to talk about this, you know what I'm saying? You see how my boy J. Cole got on Kendrick Lamar, nigga, you know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Hey,
yo,
that's what we need right now. You know
hey,
what I'm saying?
we need some actual decent battle and not like this bickering shit. You know what I'm saying? We need some actual real lyrics going back and forth. You know what I'm saying?
I'll just say this. It,
Uh,
it was okay.
I ain't
Okay.
saying it's not the best.
I'm not even talking about like how like the quality of it. I'm just saying that's what we need. We don't need this other shit.
Okay. Well, you coming from that perspective, then I'm cool on that. But I wasn't. It was submitted. Or how they
Yeah.
say in Spanish. I see. It was okay. It was okay. Like it was just don't big up somebody while you dissing them. That's where I take points off. Like if you gonna go in, go in. Cause Kendrick didn't big up none of them dudes. He went straight for the juggler. So I don't want to hear no bigging up, none of that. Stop lighting sage, nigga. Pick up a blunt and get to
That's real. Nah, that's real.
it. That's where I'm at with it. But let's get to the topic.
See, y'all
All
ready?
right.
So I watched it this morning again, just so I can be up on what I'm talking about and be informed.
Okay.
But is Killmonger anti-black? What you
Nah,
got?
So my answer is gonna be unless until the end of this conversation, unless Donald persuade my thing, my answer is no. I don't think he's anti-black. I think he's pro-black. I think what he did was for black people. So that's my answer to that question.
What you got, Donald?
I understand everyone's sentiments. I really do.
nah.
But I want everyone to look at the evidence. Look
Evidence.
at what he does. Don't listen at the pretty words.
Okay.
If you look at what he does,
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
it's anti-black.
Interesting. Hey, when Donald say evidence, because I wish you had your Law and Order. Dun, dun, you know what I'm saying?
The Law and Order beat, yeah, that would be perfect right now. I ain't gonna hold you. Now, what evidence, Newton? I'm gonna ask you. I'm gonna start with you first. What evidence do you have that he's not anti-black?
Well, the reason why I was gonna say you need to start with Donald because he made the claim, and I'm trying to figure out on his perspective.
Oh, okay, all right, cool,
Right,
Donald.
right.
Let's start with you. How is Killmonger anti-black?
So the reasons why he's anti-black
Mhm.
is because he's adopted the colonizers' ways
Okay.
and he has enacted those towards black people
Mhm.
that he has identified as black people. And then on top of it, does nothing for black people. He tells you what he wants to do. But when we get down to the root cause of everything, it isn't. It's just revenge. If you were during that time, there was a African proverb that kept going around.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna butcher it because I don't know it word for word, but it
Yeah.
went something like this. Um, when the village shuns a child, the child would make the village burn just to feel the warmth.
I heard that quote. I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, so that was the real story of Killmonger. his daddy first betrayed his nation. Then he in turn did the same thing with the same said people that was killing black people, and then he himself start killing black people to not get this utopia for black people.
Mm-hmm.
It was actually just to get revenge. First thing he says when he gets in the courtyard and he after identifies himself, I saw my daddy with panther claws in his chest. Now he kept telling you, "Oh
Okay.
yeah, there's people oppressed all over the world." But when he had a chance to do something, he didn't solve that oppression.
Okay.
He
So,
just was attacking black people.
mhm.
He got a point. He
Okay.
got you on the ropes. Donald got you on the ropes a little bit. You better maneuver.
So, so when you say he adapted, I want to take it step by step. So when you say he adapted the white people ways, basically what you're saying is he was because he said he admitted that he learned from the CIA or whatever unit, Black Ops unit, to take over because that's a skill he needed to get to his people, so he can start a revolution for his people. Okay, he was never gonna pick up that skill being at home going to college.
Are
So
you saying that we can't cause a revolution by getting educated?
so no,
Is
you
that what
can't.
you're implying?
No, so education don't go so far with it. Though because we already know Martin Luther King got educated. You see where he was at. You see what I'm saying? Like a lot of people, education is good. I'm not saying education not good, but the tactic that Killmonger needed to do to take over, you gotta see white people always try to put peace and protest, and sometimes you have to fight to take over to get what you want. And that's what the United States always be doing to take over. They take over other people's land, establish some type of power to get over to do what they need to, whatever agenda they trying to do. He just doing the same thing for for what he said for the African Americans and other oppressed black people. So I don't see nothing wrong with that. I don't see how that was anti-black if he's using it. He's using their strategy to do what's best for. That was his claim.
Question.
No, we
Question.
go ahead.
Did he use it against a white nation or did he use it against a black nation?
He used it against the black nation who had the power to go against the white nation.
That was the main
So
thing.
he could use the same tactics against the United States and took over that with that same philosophy,
But
correct?
they wouldn't have been able to. Okay, Wakanda versus the United States. Which one would you want to take over?
Which one would I want to take over?
Right. And as far as power wise, who would you pick?
And think about this. He had state from his bloodline, from him. That's why he was able to challenge Killmonger because he had that bloodline in him. So it made sense for him to go to back home and try to establish power because he had some type of claim.
He had a claim, yes.
Mm-hmm.
I think the problem we have is how he's doing it. He doesn't have to do a colony. And there was a nice little thing that Black Panther did. They never referred to white people as white people. Now, I don't know if that was just because it was supposed to be towards kids and so forth, but they
Mm-hmm.
never directly, like Wakandans never call white people. They only
Call him
call them
colonizer.
colonizers.
Yeah.
And one of the reasons I think is because racism cannot exist in a void. You have to have black and white to have racism. If you take one or the other, you cannot have racism anymore. But Wakanda, because it's never been colonized at whatsoever, never been introduced, it's solely stayed black. So there's no concept of race there. It's only tribalism.
But they do understand race though.
They
They
understand race. They
racism.
understand race. Yeah, you can understand race because they have spies. They have spies to understand. But understanding and actually living in it is two different things.
So
Mm-mm.
So to finish off,
Mm-hmm.
you don't need to practice the colonizers' ways to take over or to kill. Because this is what happened. He went on a killing spree, an unnecessary killing spree.
So are you
He
saying
he first helped Claw attack the borders.
That's a fact.
Unnecessary. He
That's a
then
fact. He did
attacked
that.
he then attacked his even black girlfriend, who was Ados, African American descent, that he said was the lost tribe. He killed her unnecessary. Then
Mm.
he kept going to kill others in Wakanda unnecessarily.
so? Let me ask you this: do you think you can take over a country without killing?
Yes, you can. We've
I
seen it done.
I think that's a lie.
We've
You
seen it done. Politically, we've seen it done.
hold on, hold on.
Oh, wait. Donald has a hold on. Let me give my input. Donald has a point
Okay,
because
so
if you can hold on. If you can that's what. All right, let's touch about the colonizers. When the Europeans came over, they manipulated other tribes and got their job done.
no,
Like you don't
no,
have to always use physical.
no,
That mental game can really look. I'm saying,
no,
Donald, you got a point. I'm with you, Donald. Wait.
hold on, hold
I'm
on.
with you.
Donald got a little point, but in order for them to truly take over, they had to kill. They had to kill off a lot of people in order for them to truly set a foothold in America. You know how many people died in America? Come on, now think about it. Like you cannot take over a country without killing nobody.
The only way.
Give
That
us an
don't.
hold on. Give us an example of a country that can you give us some examples?
Of
What you
countries
mean?
that weren't taken over by
Yes,
violence.
Donald. Yes.
Okay, I'm about to say because I can't think of nothing.
So there were without violence. There have been several nations, especially in Asia, South Asia, I think, is where a lot of the countries have. Um, but I have to research to identify the actual ones
Mm-hmm.
to name. Even actually, even the coup in Paris was actually not done with violence. When they had their revolution, it wasn't done with violence. It was actually done completely politically, and their whole regime was kicked out. I think the only ones that died was the people that was in charge.
People have to
No bystanders, no
But
So
citizens, none of those were actually hurt.
this is the thing.
it's gonna always be blood.
Somebody, in order for you to take power, somebody got to die. I mean, that is what it is.
Because
I mean,
if you don't snuff out those ideals, then you'll never be able to really do what you're trying to do.
so when you talking about him implementing certain tactics to take over a country, so he can put his ideas on it, I don't see nothing wrong with it. I don't see that.
So when does his ideals
I can't
actually
say,
come into effect?
hold on, before you ask that. I can't say he's anti-black for taking somebody else's skill from taking over a country to use so he can push his agenda.
What is his agenda, though?
His,
I want you to name what his agenda is.
his agenda was, from what he said in the movie, to get vibranium and teach black African American people how to use it so they can fight the white man and take over.
Okay,
And
now,
in every other every other
great.
tribe,
We're sticking with the MCU, right?
that's what he said.
We're sticking with the MCU, right?
That's what we
Yes.
talking about the movie.
We're sticking solely with the MCU.
We can't do the
Okay,
comics. I ain't doing the research with the
we're
comics.
not gonna do we're not gonna do comics because
Okay.
comics he's not even like that.
Yeah, it's not if you watch.
Movie. Yeah.
We fortunately do have an example of him actually taking over and implement his plan. The What If series actually shows
Yes.
you what Killmonger does when he wins. He does not attack or does not empower black people. He actually creates a larger war with Wakanda. And then even after he gets all Infinity Gems, he had the Infinity Gems. He could have snapped and said, no more white people. What does he do? He attacks more black people. So when does his ideals that he says come into effect? And that's why I said, don't look at the pretty words, look at the actions.
I mean, that's
He has a slew of dead black bodies.
that. What if?
Where's the white bodies?
I ain't
He
gonna lie.
got one out of 15 niggas.
I'm gonna be real with you. The reason why I didn't want to mention the what if is because I feel like they wanted to go that way so it can. I ain't gonna lie. I don't like.
I got you,
You think
dog.
it's propaganda? You think it's propaganda? You think they listen to me and they decide to do that?
But I feel like no, and this is me. I'm going off my feelings right now. I feel like they wrote it like that to not step on toes because they know if a black person was to really get in power, it probably won't go like how they think it is.
Okay, but Newton,
What?
hold on, though. Wait. As a person that has read his backstory in the comics, his betrayal in the show, what if, is accurate. That's who he is. He is a person that kills, and he don't care nothing about no Wakanda people like that.
Hold on, let
He
me.
don't care.
So
He cares about having power and basically control over people. Like he don't give a damn about freeing nobody. That's why I told you to watch that series.
Now you did, but let me ask you this though:
All right, go ahead.
Why you think they created a what if?
To show you what would happen if people are put in certain situations.
Bruh.
They,
You know what?
they were basically like, okay, I feel that they were just basically trying to give you a certain perspective. That's it. And that perspective was probably biased based on whoever was doing it. So that's what that is. Like I do feel that they were trying to manipulate for whatever agenda they wanted to push or whatnot. But hey, neither here nor there.
Look, since they wrote it like that, that's fine. That's cool. It is what it is.
But because you got
You know what? To be fair, I'm actually gonna bring up. I'm gonna bring up a different point.
Hold on, take this out, because this might not even be the only like what if. Like later on down the line with how they act with what ifs, they can make another what if. You know how many what ifs like they do in this universe, man? Like we've seen.
But they would choose the negative what if.
They always do
because
that.
See, that's why I don't like it. That's why
that's another thing too.
But it's okay. It's okay to go with it. But go ahead.
I would never expect for them to just make it like.
But okay.
All right, no. Prime example. Black Adam.
Okay, but here's my thing. My bad, dog. Let me just get this last one out. My thing is, but it didn't veer off from who he was in the comics. Even it doesn't go away from who he is. That's my only issue. But go ahead, dog. Go ahead.
So even if we go with propaganda, and we don't want black people in certain positions of power, then we would have saw the same thing with T'Challa, but we didn't.
But
T'Challa became Star-Lord, went into space, and pretty much solved all spatial issues to the point where Thanos don't even attack Earth. So if it is solely propaganda and not just the essence of the characters, then we wouldn't show T'Challa in such a light where he does everybody's job easily because he went into space.
Ooh, I told you to watch that series. I told you.
But and I will add one more thing.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go back to Black Panther.
Okay.
Does anyone remember how much a gram of vibranium was selling for?
No.
I gotta double check. I think it was like $10,000 or more.
I got you.
Gram.
Let me Google.
For a little piece, like they.
Yeah, for a gram, it was like an astronomical number, right? So you've heard of reparations and what that would do for our community.
Mm-hmm.
What happened if you just sold enough grams that every black person's a millionaire? Would that have a bigger impact versus killing everybody?
So I fact checked. It is 10,000 for 1 gram.
10,000 for 1 gram.
Yes.
And they had a mountain full. So instead of giving everybody just a weapon to shoot and aim, you could have literally empowered every black person with millions of dollars.
Okay, but then all right, you got,
and we know how politics work in this nation.
But then now you gotta okay, then now you got that's when it comes in. You're gonna have to weed out all of the craziness too, though. So that means all of the oppression, everything like that. You gotta like weed that out then. So you have to make sure like you're not empowering like the wrong people who per se can't get past the oppression, et cetera, et cetera.
So instead of giving them money, you gave them nukes.
So
I just want to know where was the line?
hold on.
If we're against giving them money, why are we so for giving them weapons of mass destruction?
So
I
from the
mean, my point.
from the movie, he basically said he's gonna have his group of people, boom, 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 to teach them how to use the weapon, and then they're gonna take over. And then when they take over, that's when they create a whole new system. Then things could have been how it's gonna go. You talking about giving people money, but it's more than money we need to help the community. Money is a big part. I mean, everybody want money, but it's more than that. And having money still under the white man system it's not gonna. I mean, it can in a it. I don't feel
Leave that point alone.
I don't feel the
Just
money.
concede.
No,
Just concede, Newton.
I
Just
don't.
let it go.
No, I don't feel. No. I don't feel giving black people like money always gonna help. Everybody gonna say money gonna help, but that's still not enough. If you're trying to take over, you're gonna have to do it that way.
Because all right, even if you okay, you say it's okay. Even if we gave them money, all right. I mean, it'll still be switched. Okay, well, okay, whatever currency it is, it'll just be changed.
Okay, hold on. I got you, dog. Hold on. Wait. But with the money, you can use the money to give people the resources that they need, and we
So,
know black people need resources.
let me
Okay,
hold
but
on. Wait.
Money is hold on, player. Hold on. No, oh. I'm gonna hit you with the Jamie Foxx. Screw. All right, look.
Look at this.
So
Like,
all I'm saying is Donald has a point because if you don't got money, you can't help people to a certain extent. You need finances, and finances in Black Panther. Let's take it back to that. Would give Black people in the world resources.
oh,
You
so
don't get. Hold on. One more thing. Hold on, thing.
hold on.
come on.
Go ahead. Come on.
One more thing. Jesus. Y'all treating me like it's Clubhouse. You
Man,
know, Clubhouse. That's
Oh,
the crazy
I got it out.
thing. Y'all treating me like Clubhouse niggas. Like I'm, you know what? I ain't saying that person's name.
put your J. Cole looking ass on somewhere, nigga. Come on.
Anyway, all I'm saying is, bro, like you can help them to a certain extent without resources, but resources they can help. But also giving them weapons. First of all, you got to be properly trained to use the
Hey, he
weapons.
gonna
Let's
train
start.
you.
Hold on. Let's start right there. You got to be properly trained to know what you're doing and how you're using it. Right? My dad was in the army. He know how to use weapons. You giving regular civilians who most likely don't have training weapons? Fuck
He's
out of here. Go
so
ahead.
so you
Go
keep
ahead.
saying
You got it.
you keep saying this thing that he said the point of the thing where he said he's gonna train these people. He didn't say he was gonna give them the weapon. He said we're gonna train these people and they're gonna have a group of people and they're gonna take over the United States. So he said he was gonna train whoever he's gonna use. I don't know who he's gonna use. Whoever group of people he's gonna use, they were gonna be trained on how to
He
use.
had there was Wakandans had spies in every nation.
So
He was literally at the end scene. He had shipments of weapons. He was transporting to all these spies to be
Okay.
able to train and equip. That
yep.
same amount of time you can train and equipped, you can train and finance. You can educate. You can create systems. The concept is there was more than one way, but
So
the way he did it was the way of the colonizer, which wasn't thinking of our benefit because we actually, most of our crimes are poverty based. We're hungry. That's why we do crimes. That's why most crimes are always in high impoverished areas. If I can eat, I don't need to steal.
so this is the thing. Poverty it is what you I agree with you, right? But it's deeper than poverty. It's the drugs that really messed up everything to the point where poverty, you know what I'm saying? Because black people, Okay, damn, I will got into the
Even
game.
that's
Package
even that
stuff.
is linked to poverty.
If we gonna go back, if we go back to like to the 70s, 60s, or whatever, and the quote unquote ghetto neighborhoods or hoods that people in now, whatever. They, even though they was in poverty, they were still able to do it. It wasn't bad. You see what I'm saying? The drugs, when the drugs got introduced to the community, that's when it got worse, and the poverty and everything got worse. I don't think crime and stuff was high in the 70s and 60s and 50s like it was in
So
the 80s and 90s.
when drugs was introduced in the black
Oh,
community,
yeah.
when drugs were introduced in the black community, they were given to people to sell it. Those sellers were doing it to make money. The people buying it was trying to escape an ideal of being impoverished. It's all linked still.
Oh,
The
okay.
people selling the drugs was trying to make more
Okay,
money.
so I want to get one thing. Okay, so you're saying that another thing. So giving them money is better than giving them weapons. I'm
Yeah,
sad. So you don't think money can be weaponized?
it can be weaponized, but there's less people getting hurt in the process.
Mm,
Mostly the poor is getting hurt in the
This
process.
is the funny part, right?
yeah,
Because they gonna get them all their money.
because you use money to fund wars, but okay.
They get them
Mhm.
for they gonna get them the money, but then after they get them the money, they gonna be like, well, it's your fault that you self destruct, even though they gave them millions of dollars. That's
You can
basically
say the same argument with a weapon
they
that
gonna try to
and
blame
you
them.
can do the same argument with a weapon you give them in their hands.
No, because the weapon was going to everybody. The weapon was going to a certain group of people to attack.
Okay, then determine who the money goes to, the most educated, the ones that can build the systems. You can do the same that you can do the same argument.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, we can make the same argument for a lot of stuff,
But
Hmm.
but okay.
Okay, let's just kill this point real quick. Hold on. 'Cause I want
let's
to
get
move on to the other. Wait. Because I want to move on to the other anti-black point. First of all, hold on. First of all, it would have failed. Let me tell you why it would have failed. Hold on, because the Avengers around. That's why it would have failed. Let's start right there. Let's start right there. It would have been over. It wouldn't
when
have been no takeover of the U.S. It
why
would have been over.
why
The Avengers. What are you talking about? He look, Killmonger's strong, but he can't take on the Hulk. He would have been wiped out. Okay, look, he would have got more black people. Back to Donald's point, he would have got more black people killed by doing that.
oh Lord.
I dropped,
You know
mic
what?
drop, mic drop.
Oh, hold on. So you think all the, hold on, you think all those Avengers would have came and just would attack
If
Killmonger?
those people are attacking America, if those people are attacking Europe, if those people are attacking Asia, yes, the Avengers are coming.
Hold on. So let me ask you.
They're not over the United States. They just live there. They
Okay.
protect the world, the earth. Yes, it would have been over. And there would have been a lot of black Wakandas or a lot of black people in the diaspora gone.
I got a question though. Hey, I know. Hey, I'm pretty sure I'm one of them. Those what ifs or whatnot. Didn't
Uh-huh.
Black Panther massacre like the whole like Avengers? Man, didn't he like massacre everybody?
No, that was the story with Killmonger. He killed Tony Stark. He
He killed everybody.
killed Yeah, he killed no, he didn't kill everybody. He killed Tony Stark and he killed Black Panther. Then he focused on war with Wakanda. Then he decided after he got the Infinity Gauntlets not to snap white people away, but to focus on still attacking Wakanda. Um the other storyline where the Avengers died was Hank Pym getting revenge for Hope dying. So
Okay,
he
right.
strategically killed every one of them as
Like
well.
they're just trying to do like revenge tropes though. So it seems like they're just trying to keep that going.
When it comes to killing the Avengers, that I would say that probably checks out. But not the what if stories. Not every what if story was a revenge story.
I'm not saying
Like
what
I
it is.
said, you
I'm just saying like that's what they're focusing in on as far as this goes.
but that's what Killmonger was focused on. That's what he told you he was focused on. He was focused on revenge. Every action, everything he did,
Mm.
and what he said was still focused on revenge. So when I say don't listen to the pretty words, look at the actions.
Okay, so
He told you pro-black, but did nothing pro-black. He told you it's for revenge, but then did everything for revenge.
Mm.
So those actions and words have to match up sooner or later.
okay, so
His
you
pro-black words never matched his actions.
okay, so you just don't think that Killmonger's idea will work.
It's not even that he worked. I'm saying he didn't care about being pro-black.
Okay, but I'm just saying, no. Do you think it will work though?
I think for a black utopia, no, it wouldn't work.
You know, so funny about Black Panther. You know, the white man was a colonizer. We all laugh in the movie theater, colonizer. But at the end of the day, they gonna give they vibranium to the United States though. We're gonna open our borders and we gonna start sharing our vibranium to the person that's supposed to be quote unquote colonized.
So technically, they didn't do that.
They
What
didn't
they
do
did was they start opening
I mean, but come on, we know that
rec
was
centers and tech centers and
that was
educating.
that was supposed to be the intent that they were going on with. We're not gonna do that. We know that's what they
Well, no, you never hear. Well, you never hear the child say, "I'm going to give vibranium to everybody." His actions were, "I'm going to start opening centers around the world in the diaspora, where the lost tribe needs it, to give them resources." And he started with education. And then when you see in the second movie, they're like, "Yo, we still want that vibranium." She's like, "No, that's not going to happen. We are going to keep our facilities to show y'all how to use vibranium, but we are not going to give y'all vibranium."
see, I don't even want to talk about the second movie because he died.
He knocked you down.
Yeah, this nigga
He
right
had
here.
you on the ropes. Now you on the ground. 10, 9, 8. I need a response.
Did he or did
My
he
bad.
not let the white man, the quote unquote colonizer, the white man, knowing he worked for the CIA, to come in his place to slick learn the tech? Because that was basically what he was doing when he was in there.
He didn't learn the tech.
I
He
mean,
barely knew how to work it. He was confused.
but the fact that he was gaining information out of there though. They let a quote unquote a whole person he ain't from whatever come to Wakanda, because even the girl she kind of did let the man walk around the whole little facility and everything. Why would you
So
do that?
which is worse? Bring a white man.
Why would you be
So
open?
let me just ask, which is worse?
Mhm.
Bring a white man to the country, try to save his life, and then let him hang out and recuperate, or bring a white man to my border and literally attack my borders so I can steal vibranium. He didn't steal vibranium, but what did Killmonger do with Claw? And his daddy both took him to Wakanda borders and had him kill Wakandans to steal vibranium.
That's a fact.
So if you're against that action, you are definitely against the action that Killmonger and his daddy did.
I'm gonna go ahead and respond, but I'm gonna take it somewhere different and see what y'all think about this. Go ahead, do with your response. You got a response?
So you know what? Can't respond to that because you right on that. He ain't gonna kill. He did kill. He did kill. He sure did kill.
You can see.
He did kill him on that. You right. You
Okay,
right.
so was was T'Challa's father, was he anti-black?
Yes.
Okay, tell me why. That's why I want to take the conversation now.
Yes, because he had the opportunity, even though his brother did wrong. He came outside. He had the opportunity to see the developments and decided not to act upon them. So he is also anti-black.
Okay. Okay. What you think? What you think, dude?
No, I agree. That's because he could have heard him out and he could have gave him his punishment.
Well, he couldn't hear him out because you already attacked my borders.
No. What I'm saying is, I think they'll be. He could have heard him out to see why he did it, boom, 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 and have an understanding, but still gave him his punishment at the same time for doing that.
So
Because
death was going to be his punishment either way.
Yeah, you attacking the borders is crazy. I ain't gonna lie, can't really.
Yeah, and you were a prince. You could have literally just went to the council and presented something. But the brother says, you didn't even come to me. You didn't even come to your nation. You just linked up with a white boy and attacked my borders.
Yeah.
Your borders, in fact.
Yeah.
You showed him the shortcuts to get in.
So his father is a lineage of anti-blackness, and that on that side with Killmonger. That's crazy. Dude, I don't know, man. I don't think this one you got.
Ooh.
I could see. Just throw the towel in. Just throw the towel in, man. Just throw the white flag up, man.
Yeah.
I surrender. Unless you got some other talking points, like if you want to talk about him killing his girl, you want to talk. I don't know, because Donald making some good points right now.
Nah, with the whole father thing, he right on that. Can't argue that. You attacking the borders is crazy. He could have.
I mean, it might be better tactics though, but again, like I said, it is. As far as trying to take over a nation without killing, I don't think that's necessary.
That's never gonna happen. I ain't gonna lie, that's never gonna.
I just don't think that's possible, man.
And you should know that, bro.
Like you're second.
That's
I mean,
crazy.
like not. I mean, somebody has to die, like because the main thing that runs this world now is people. So people, power, ideals. Okay. So if they don't die, those ideals that you don't want to be around are still going to be around. So therefore, whatever you're trying to do is going to always be a resistance somewhere, regardless.
Can you see where they coming from, Donald? Like as far as with that?
No, I see where they're coming from. That doesn't change that he had other options. He did not still. He still left a slew of dead bodies unnecessarily. Again, he did not have to link with a white boy to attack Wakanda.
I'm not unnecessary violence.
He did not have to kill his black girlfriend.
Okay, yeah, I don't agree with unnecessary violence, but what I'm saying is always
like none of those moves helped him.
Let me ask you a question: how do you think he could have went to them without killing the white boy to show, hey, I killed the dude that
just did this?
Just that? You think they still would have
just did this?
It works.
Hold on, you sure? Because they still would like until they realize
the only person that let him in because of Claw's body was the Border Tribe. If he had just showed this, he would have got access because he's a part of lineage.
He would have got access to the leadership.
He would have came.
He
might not. He
even
might
the
not
ring. Don't forget the ring. His dad's ring.
Everything was all part of the royal lineage. He did not have to attack Wakanda with a white boy, and then try to get close to kill the white boy. He didn't need to do all that. He could have literally just showed his credentials, and he would have got an audience.
Hold on.
Now, what I would.
Hold on, wait. Let me ask you a question. I'm trying to go by memory. Like, I'm trying to figure out why he did it. Was it because he didn't know what Wakanda was at in the first place?
No.
So he already. I'm trying to think. Okay. How would he know where Wakanda was at if he never been there?
Because he had all of his father's stuff.
Yeah, but I don't think he had any like.
You understand how the way that the Wakandan tech work? All roads lead back home.
I'm trying to figure out why did he?
I like that.
I'm trying to figure. Okay, all right.
I think he got you, bro. I don't know, man, because you keep saying, all right. Donald, I think you got this one.
Because I'm trying to remember, because I want to say I felt like he attacked it so he can realize where it was at, so that he can come back and do what he did. But I can't remember him saying. I don't remember him justifying attacking the Wakanda borders. That's the only thing.
I
So
mean, I ain't gonna lie. My point still
So-
saying somebody gotta die.
I mean, they gonna
That's
die
for
in the
sure.
water.
Somebody is gonna die.
That's fine. I will concede that someone has to die.
There you
Because
go.
that's just what it is.
That does not change him being anti-black.
If that's the,
I
you
mean,
know,
I'm
what?
not.
I need
I really hate.
That right there is still that's all that's still bias. It's still perspective. Like however you
I
look
still,
at it. But yeah,
it's hard
you
to
can't.
argue. You
The only
can't.
thing is, there's no.
It's
Again,
hard.
I can show you evidence of anti-black, but you cannot show me evidence of pro-black in his actions. Only in his words,
He didn't get a
but
chance.
none of those.
See,
He didn't get a chance.
He had
He didn't
time.
get a chance. He had chances.
He didn't. And okay, so from the movie, he didn't really have a chance. He didn't have no chance to get it.
No, he had chances. He
When-
didn't have to. He didn't have to put a cap in his girlfriend's head.
He sent out the weapons. That showed me right there that he was trying to do what he said he was gonna do.
He did not have. He did not have to put a cap in his girlfriend's head. He did not have to team up with a white boy to attack Wakanda before it had periodically been getting attacked by Killmonger and by Claw on their borders, and he had a team. Killmonger was a part of that team every time after he came out the CIA. He chose those. All those were unnecessary for him to take over. So if you want to say he needed to take over, so be it. But none of his actions during this trying to take over were pro-black.
Basically, what he's saying is the anti-blackness outweighs the pro-blackness. That's basically what he's saying. Can you give us examples of the pro-blackness that he displayed in the Black Panther film?
Can't get a chance at the nigga that succeeds. I don't know. Like I don't want to go. Bro, I'm gonna tell you right now, bro. The reason why I don't even look at that what if shit because of I feel like it's a narrative they're trying to screw. I ain't gonna lie. That's the only reason why I ain't want to. But
because of course they're only gonna. If they want to push a certain image, they're only gonna put certain things out there. That's just
it is what it is.
We can't control that.
So it is what it is.
Then they were pushing a narrative in the movie. And the narrative still was he was out for revenge.
Mm-hmm.
He was not for his people.
He's like that in the comics. But we're not talking about the comics, but it all connects.
Well, you know what? It is what it is on there now.
Negativity on the black people, man.
And that's all it is, though. Hey, you know what's so crazy? Because I remember watching the movie at the end of the movie, like, ooh, when he saw the spaceship, ooh, we're going to jump the little spaceship. I'm like, damn, who say that? But it's crazy. It's all good, bro. You know what? How they write black people is cool.
I'll give you that part. I didn't like that part where they was trying to have how the kids was responding to it.
The reason why
at the same time, some of them, let's be honest, would have responded like that. Like we got some of them with some of the stuff they were saying.
Okay, they was gonna jump the, or I can see them say, hey, we're gonna steal and take for a test drive or something. But damn, like, but you know what? It's cool. It's cool. You know what I'm saying?
But saying those words is not about being black. It's literally about poverty. If that same vehicle was in a Mexican hood, they would have said the same thing. If that same vehicle was in a white trash pit trailer park, they would have said the same thing. It all links back to poverty.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Leads back to poverty.
When you poor, you go steal. You gonna do what you gotta do to get you a meal. That's just how it goes.
I mean, I think we all know that, you know what I'm saying? But look, how they wrote the movie, I guess you can't really just argue it. All right, cool. I get it. You know what I'm saying? So I know y'all going by the movie standard, so I get it.
I'm going by all of it. Like I've read the comic. It's the same character. They didn't do wrong.
It is what it is, man.
Yeah, I will say the movie made him more palatable. They made you sympathize with him because he was relatable.
You ain't got no choice.
Because in the comics, he just savage.
I
Thomas, he just
because
savage.
because
Just yeah.
even though the movie might not have put every black person in a bright light, I still felt like it was a love letter to foundational Black Americans.
Okay.
Like you see the grief of a tribe that could have done something, and then you see a changing. That was T'Challa's whole arc. He went to focusing just on Wakanda, to hearing his cousin out,
Mm-hmm.
understanding where his father made a mistake, and then rebuking his ancestors for not doing something, and then him
True.
finally doing something for it. So
I
even
think
though it's not in a great light, I still felt like there was a love letter to us saying, yeah, we should have protected y'all.
yeah, because and you notice in the beginning of the movie, the girlfriend was like the reason why she didn't want to stay in Wakanda was to help out other black people that's out there getting
Hmm.
captured and stuff. So those that first scene
Yeah,
of
she went to Haiti. Hmm.
yeah. So
Yeah, that was yeah. Damn, Donald, you came with the talking points. You did your research. You was like, yeah, I'm about to.
ain't ready. I don't know, man.
When it comes to comics, that's what I do.
Hold on, real quick.
But it was a great discussion, though. I appreciate the time.
It's cool. I like talking to you, don't.
Wait, we all talking about comics. I know they haven't watched it. Just real quick before we get out of here. What do you think about who had a better opening, Invincible or X-Men '97?
Opening, far as like their episode
Opening
one,
and
or
let me add this: opening and closing, as far as like the first season.
Is it over with? 97 over with?
No, it's not over with. But
97 still going. Invincible just ended their second season. Um, I would say Invincible, just because Invincible brought you it wasn't super new, but it was a different take on what we're used to. It gave us more boys, but mixed it in with Superman, more with traditional comics, and gave a different plot
Mm-hmm.
versus X-Men '97. It gave us some new effects. It gave a little respect to Cyclops, um, but it's still the same old thing. I don't think it's completely new. Like, it's really focusing on that nostalgia, which makes you feel good, but it's not giving me something new. While Invincible is actually giving me something new.
I liked it. I liked it. Okay, respect.
Hey, man, we should have done this early, but Bill was rushing the nigga, so you know,
Russ, you called me. You
well, I
called Donald.
want you to make sure.
I already sent the email. Already talked to you.
Look, Donald, when it comes down to organizing, I gotta make sure this man organized. So I'm just trying. That's why
Donald, did you get your email on time?
I got the email.
you
I
think he
got the
told me
email on time.
you be slipping a lot, so I gotta make sure you all right. You know what I'm saying? Now, Donald, can you talk? I want you to talk about like what you do. You know what I'm saying? Your social media. You know what I'm saying? Give a little introduction about yourself, man.
Well, um, well, I used to run a YouTube on called Geek Philosophy, where I would dive into like philosophies and so forth about different comic books. I had to give that a break. I'm raising a family of three with my beautiful wife, so a lot of my time is consumed with that. I'll probably get back on the social media hype. Give me wait till the I'm probably gonna wait till the youngest is like manageable.
I get it.
But yeah, you can follow my Instagram, Geek Philosophy. I don't really have anything on TikTok yet, but I am working on something for that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you can catch me on Clubhouse having random conversations with brothers like you and others, where I think we really get into the nitty gritty on some on certain things.
Yeah.
Are you a part of the Barate boys with Omar and
Oh
all them?
no, no,
Okay.
I'm not a part of them. They have my full support. I couldn't dedicate the time I would need to, but I definitely promote them every chance I get, and they are the Broadway Boys. They also do the Straw Hats Room, and they do a couple Twitter Spaces rooms.
Mhm.
Um, if you want entertainment, like especially on One Piece, I would definitely recommend the Barate Boys. They are top tier when it comes to One Piece, and they will be at the top. They're to me like the RDC of One Piece, where I'm gonna see them up there.
Now, let me tell the world this. Donald is like the pastor, so we call him pastor for the One Piece. You know what I'm saying? He gonna get you right. If you trying to save souls to guide them to the One Piece world, he right there with you on
That's a
that.
fact. That's a fact.
I'm here to convert people into being Jehovah
Hey,
Witnesses.
Hey, yo.
hey,
Join the Church of Katakuri.
hey.
Hey,
So let me ask you this, Donald. Name your top five.
uh,
Name your top five anime. So we ask people that.
All right, so my top five is going to be a little weird. Number one is Hitman Reborn. Number two is One Piece. Number three is Reincarnated as a Slime. Number four is Naruto. And number five, and I don't know if how many people have actually heard this one. Um, it's going to be History's Strongest Disciple
Oh yeah.
or Mightiest
yes,
Disciple.
yes.
Yes,
Hold on. Which one?
those are
History
my top five.
Kenichi or History Stronger Disciple?
So, History Strongest Disciple Kenichi is what the manga was titled, but for some reason it mistranslated when the anime came out. It was like
Yeah.
Mightiest Disciple and so forth. Um, and it's a very good, clean series. It doesn't go as deep as the manga
Oh,
does.
it starts like
No.
surface level. Yeah.
hmm But yeah, that's one of my favorite reads.
I ain't gonna lie, Don. I thought you were gonna say the Gundam, the Bloody Orphans.
No, even though it's my favorite Gundam series,
Hmm.
I am I am not a Gundam head.
I get it.
Like it might be top 15,
Mm.
but I think sometimes Gundam's a little too political for me. Even
Oh,
though I like political stuff, it sometimes gets a little too political
too
and the
much. Yeah.
storylines get a little murky. So if I was to name like my favorite Gundam series, it would be like Gundam, Iron Blooded Orphans, Gundam Seed, Gundam, G Gundam.
Hmm.
Um, Wing did not, but I had to kick Wing off my list because after rewatching it doesn't have that same rewatch value.
Interesting.
And Gundam Double O was, whew, that was psychological as a mug. I couldn't do it. But
So you're
Iron
not a
Blooded
fan of
Orphans,
mechs. You're not a fan of mech animes,
I
basically.
am a fan of mechs. Like Gurren Lagann is still up there in my top 10.
Mhm.
Yo,
Um,
they didn't even know what that was, man. Hey, that's just
yeah,
dope.
Tengen Top and Gurren Lagann is definitely top 10 for me.
Yeah.
Even Code Geass is a mech anime.
I love
All right.
Cody.
Um,
Okay.
so yeah, I do like mechs. I just think that one's just a little. I don't know if it's condescending with its political views or a little bit arrogant. Because it's giving you information like you should know all this, and I'm like, no, this is like a completely new political system. Like, break this down in simple terms. You don't need. You got a colony. You need to explain why the colony niggas is beefing with the niggas on Earth in a better way than, oh well, these are naturals and these are no. It's too many identities, too many different philosophies. It just gets convoluted for me.
Okay, I gotta ask you this: what's your favorite manga to read outside of the ones you just named, as far as anime? 'Cause I know you read them as well. What's your
Mhm.
favorite manga outside of the top five animes you got?
So it's a manga that I actually read. Probably I reread like every 3 years. Of Siren. It's Psyren.
Oh, yo, that shit is dope.
um,
Yo,
What's it about?
man. All right,
so
go ahead.
I, I'll I'll try to explain in the simplest terms with my murky memory. But it's pretty much a concept where people are introduced into a game and they're introduced to psychic powers in this game. So they pick up a phone, they get teleported to another reality, and then the mystery starts where they're trying to figure out who's doing this, why are we a part of the game, what does this all entail, how do we stop this, And the mystery keeps getting better and better and better, and you learn more elements, and you find out not everything is what it seems to be. So the power system is amazing in that. But I think the mystery, and if you've ever heard me talk on Clubhouse and so forth, you know I love world building, and
Mhm.
that's
Yes.
why like my top three anime are my top three. Like building is like key for me, and I think Siren does a
If I
twist
remember,
on world building
yeah,
that others don't do.
because it
Mhm.
goes like I want to say if I remember, like it goes like from the past, future, it jumps like kind
Hmm.
of forward. That's why it's kind of like so like it's hard to kind of pinpoint stuff, but it's good though. Like yeah, when I first read it, which was a long time ago, and I just came up, I was like, man, let me go ahead and read this, and that shit was dope. Like the powers, dope.
See, it kind of reminded me of an anime called
Mm,
Battle Game Ready 5 Seconds, where they gave them like they took him
Yep.
out of the world, kind of gave him an ability,
yeah.
and then I think one of his ability was deceit. And once you get their head to, once you trick them in their head, then they whatever they in their mind they think,
Mm.
then their powers come like that. So that would kind of remind me of when y'all was talking about that.
Mm,
Yeah, that's
okay.
hard.
Yeah, no.
Hey,
Hey,
go ahead, bro.
hey, no lie. Hey, yeah, y'all check out Siren. I forgot about that, man. Yeah.
He's
No, it's a
our
very
person
good
that
read.
reads.
Yeah,
He's the
hey,
person
because
that reads.
finally, yo, somebody else that reads, man. Like these niggas don't like reading, bro. Like,
Look,
He the reader. I ain't
I'm the
gonna.
only one that read webtoons. That's the thing. Well, I thought, well, you do too, but I read more than everybody right now. Especially right now, I read
I'm,
what? Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna try to
If
catch
nah,
up
you
with
ain't read
y'all.
Jungle
y'all
Juice,
know.
if you ain't read To Kill a Dragon, I don't want to hear Tower God. I don't want to hear nothing. I got a whole list, but we'll come back. I'll come back with 3K and Yuki. We got that webtoon talk though. We gotta have that webtoon talk. Yeah. But Donald, thank you for coming on. I
Yeah,
appreciate
we
you.
Hey, man,
Thank
appreciate it,
you for
man.
defeating these niggas. Nah, I'm playing. I'm playing.
Nah, thanks for having me.
be off
Hey,
a
the
little bit.
crazy
I
part
had to go
is,
along, but it's all good
the
though.
crazy part is like with the title and stuff like that. I was a little late on it, so I mean, I came on like I'm just like, yeah, okay, but yeah, all
It's
right.
cool, man.
Hmm.
It's cool. You know what
uh,
I'm
And
all
Vail
right.
No,
down.
I appreciate y'all being open minded to hear,
Oh
because
yeah.
honestly, especially when it comes to us, we desire representation so bad,
Mm.
that when we get something that we relate to, we want to cherish it and hold it tight. And I think that's why like even Chadwick's death was so hard for
Yes.
like our community, because we do that. We get something gold, we holding it, and we just right here, right here. So Killmonger, I know, has that effect. Because he's what we want. We have rage that we want to let out, and he let out that rage and showed it on screen to show people like, hey, what he's saying is how I feel.
So let me ask this one last question. When he died and he said that quote, why did he like? If he was gonna be an evil person, I think an evil person would have tried to find a way to stay alive. Like, why did he say go and kill me and bury me? Like, what that last line? Why he chose death then instead of just, you know what I'm saying, trying to come back and think of another way to take over and do that.
Honestly, I don't think evil wants to live. If I'm
Mm,
being honest, like most of the time, it's hard work being evil. It's tiring. I think some people that are like evil just want to just go ahead and stop existing.
mm,
Because even though he didn't do pro-black actions, I don't think he was void of pro-black feelings.
I mean,
So he might not have done any actions, but I do honestly think he felt what he was doing was going to be better for his people.
mm,
So you saying his heart was in the right place, but his action wasn't.
Yeah, no,
yeah.
his heart was definitely conflicted, because he sought for revenge first, but he thought while getting his revenge he can do better for his people. But when that revenge is consuming you so much, it's not going to you're not going to get the results you want.
That's a good point to end on. We the 420 Lords. Thank you, Donald, for coming on. AKA the
Guys.
comic book king. Like, you got a new title now. Cause you knew, hey, you know your comic books.